There are 6 reasons why people are ahead of you in life.
Hello and welcome to Great Ram TV. Yes, in today's video, I bring you 6 reasons why people are better than the others. Why people are better than others. You know, those people you are envying, there are 6 reasons why they are better than you. There are people around you you look up to, There are 6 strategic reasons why they are better than you. If you can look into these 6 reasons, try to walk around them, know how to fix yourself in one place or the other, you'll be able to find yourself way to the top. So let's watch this video and see these 6 reasons. Thank you.
Listen to me. We all cannot be the same. God picks out people. They were angry with Moses, not knowing it was God that picked him out. Some people must be ahead of others. That's how life has been tailored. Don't be envious when somebody is ahead of you. Just know you're also ahead of somebody. Am I communicating? Don't be angry at anybody who's ahead of you. Just understand you are also ahead of somebody. But many of us, we are focused on those who are ahead of us. Envy. Jealous of those. There are 6 reasons why people are ahead of you in life. One is grace. 1 Corinthians 15:10. I am what I am. Grace is the first reason why some people are ahead of you. I'm telling you 6 reasons why people are ahead of you. One is grace. They're ahead of you because of the grace that God put on them, not because they deserve it. It's just the grace of God. The second reason people are ahead of you is because of good inheritance. Proverbs 13:22. Good inheritance. A good man leaveth an inheritance for his children. Your father left foundation for you. Their father left inheritance. If your father has dealt with his background, it would have amplified your own lifting. Their own, they entered. Just imagine 2 people. One of them, the father was a herbalist, was into witchcraft, was into everything, and the other, the father was always in church. Are their altars the same? That's why some people are better than you. Good inheritance. Their father left a good inheritance for them. The third reason why some people are in front of others is in Ecclesiastes 9 verse 11. Time and chance. It is time. It is their time. There is nothing you can do to outshine them because it is their time. I wish I was talking to somebody here. It's time. When you understand the place of timing, you will not be eager or you will not even be competitive. It's their time. Are you getting something? People are ahead of others. Number 5, because of their love for righteousness. Hebrews 1:9. Because thou hast loved righteousness and hated iniquity, therefore God, whom thy God has what? Anointed thee above thy fellows. You be higher than them because you love righteousness. That's the 5th reason why some people are in front of others. Their pursuit for purity. Their innermost, outermost pursuit to live clean before the Lord. Before the Lord, not before men. I'm not talking of piety. I'm not saying sanctimonious. I'm not saying verbal screams of right living, but a genuine heart of purity. The 6th reason why people, some are ahead of others, is capacity, ability. Matthew 25 verse 15. He gave them gifts according to their ability. There are some people God knows if he lifts them up, they don't have the capacity to carry it. There are people today that can have 20 cars, for example, have 20 cars parked, and it doesn't enter their subconscious. And there are people that have just 1 car, they brought it to church. During praise, they went outside to check it. They came back. During prayer, they went outside to check it. They came back, they dropped their tithe, they still went to check it. Just to be sure that the car has not been stolen from church. No capacity. I want you to follow what I'm talking about. No capacity. So God said that man gave them talents and gifts according to their several ability. Somebody in front of you today is because of capacity. Some people can manage 10 stores, 5 shops, and they'll manage them well. Some can manage 1. So why would God give you 2? He knows your capacity. So if you want to be ahead, develop your capacity, build your capacity. I've asked some of our branch pastors or some provincial pastors, they ask me, say, sir, we want to come and see you. I say, is there a problem? So just want to come. When they come, they ask me, how do you survive? I say, why? He said, just 10 churches under me, sir. My head is on. Some say just 15 churches. Some say I need rest. I need vacation. I say, where are you going? Vacation where? He said, no, sir. No, these people, they want to drive me crazy. I said, because you gave them the key. Nobody can drive you crazy except they have the key. Take the key from them so they don't drive you crazy. Am I communicating here? Build your capacity. Know how to desentimentalize yourself. Detach your mind. Detach your reasoning from the things around you. He said, man's life does not consist of the abundance of things that he possesses. Detach your mind. God distinguishes men. Settle that and be fine. Settle that and be at rest. God picks people. God Almighty picks people and puts them ahead of others. He knows why he does that. Be okay with it and not be envious. Be okay with it and not become a tacky of who God has lifted. Because when God lifts a man, the hand that lifts the man keeps him.
Hello, yes, before we continue, I want to ask us a question. What's number 4? In that same video, yes, what's number 4? Just go back and get me number 4. If you can't remember, if you're not writing, get me number 4. Write it on the comment section, and then I have something for you. Let's continue on this video and then see where it's a practical example is brought to this video.
I knew this many years ago. I knew this years ago. I told you while I was in the higher institution, I was the prayer band secretary. I was the prayer band secretary. I was IBTC, Inductive Bible Training Center secretary. I was preparing the Bible study. At the same time, I was the prayer band secretary. And one day we sat down, go out fishing, go and win a soul, win somebody. And I sat in front of my house. I saw people going for kegite meeting. You know kegite? Palm wine drinkers. If you pass through the institution, you know them. Palm wine drinkers association. And I saw somebody there. He was, hey. So I said, young man, come. He came. I began to preach to him. I preached to him. And I said, come. He came to my room. He knelt down. I laid hands on him. He became a believer. And we sat, we talked. I said, you should join me on Sunday. He joined me Sunday evening, 3 p.m. We went to Bible study. So the service, the Bible study, we settled down. I led him. He became so committed. The next year, those who are in leadership were about passing out. And they're about to give positions to all those who had occupied position at the lower cadre, but they're uplifting them. So everybody, because I was always ministering and God was helping us a bit, there were a few manifestations here and there. You know, few manifestations. So if I'm ministering, the place is packed. God was helping me gradually. So everybody knew or thought I would be the next president. In a corner of my mind, I knew, but I acted like I didn't want it. I said, I'm okay with prayer secretary. They said, no, who else is here? It's you. Who else is here? And they announced the president. It was the brother I led to Christ 1 year ago that was going to take palm wine that became president. You see, in my mind, Satan said, if you had known, you would have let this go and just drink your palm wine and go to hell. I'm being honest. That's what went through my mind as a human being. So people gather up because when they announce your position, they carry you up from your seat. So people gather around my seat when they announce president. People gathered around my seat to carry me. A lot of them, when they announced president, everybody was quiet. It was that brother. You could see grumbling. People said, because they said they prayed and this is what God told them. If you see grumbling, I heard people say this is not God. No way. This is not. No. I said shh. I said I told you guys I don't want. I told you guys. But in my heart, I said if we come out of this hall today, somebody's head will roll. I will drop this thing for them. I'm not. So they said, okay, maybe they want you to be the vice and the rest. They were telling me, I said, I don't want vice. They announced the vice. It was another sister. That sister, to me, if we were to give an award, is the most troublesome sister. She's very brief, very summarized. But, but very loud-mouthed. She was vice. Everybody was quiet. They mentioned prayer band. The prayer band I was managing. Prayer band leader was managing. They took it again. They gave somebody. At least leave that one for me. Even if you hate me so much, they gave somebody. They now said that they prayed and the Lord told them that the prayer band and the IBTC should not be together. The Inductive Bible Training Center, the person that prepares the bulletin for the Bible study. I was handling the two. They took that one again. They gave somebody. Finally, they now called head usher. They gave me. I started looking. What did I do to warrant head usher? So they gave me usher. What? Thank you. Whether it's because during message I used to stand a lot, I don't know. And they gave that to me. And guess what? When they called all of us to kneel down to pray, I knelt down with one knee. Because in my heart I was like, what is this? I got home, my room was filled with brethren. They were angry. Some say, well, I'm gone. No, I'm switching fellowship. This one say, I'm not going again. This one say, this leadership, no way. That boy, when did he repent? He cannot be my president. He cannot be my president. Never. They say, Brother Johnson, Alpha, are you still going there? I say, I will go. You are going where? No. I was there. I was head usher. We delegate people here to stand. At the end, submit attendance to this brother who was on his way to drink palm wine. I did all that. We got out of school. Some years later, I was preaching, invited to preach in Lagos. So they came and received me with convoy of cars, received me with security. But as I entered the car, somebody called me a name that they used to call me only in school. You know, there's a way you speak in tongues, they name you after that tongues. Yeah. They did that in our school. So he called me that in my turn. Behold, it was my former president in campus. In this church I was invited to preach. He was now the chief protocol. And he came to receive me. He had added so much weight. His stomach had come out. He had looked big. So I said, wait, Presido. He said, yes, sir. I said, hold my Bible. He had my Bible. He said, thank you, Apostle. He had my Bible and he was following me everywhere. I will drop my handkerchief on the floor, he will pick it. I will throw it on the floor, he will pick it. I said, Presido. I was preaching on the altar. I would drop things, he would pick them. I would drop it. So I noticed the people were looking somehow. I said, you people leave us. Focus on my preaching and leave whatever I'm doing. He understand, I understand. He will pick it up, he will smile, he will give it to me. I will tap it and say, bless you, boy, bless you. The second day I told them the story, I said, serve God, follow God. I told them the story. I said, this thing I'm doing now to him, he was doing it to me in campus. I led him to the Lord. I gave him mic. He said it's true. I laid hands on him. He said it's true. He became a leader. One day he insulted me. I wanted to remind him that I led you to Christ. Though. In the midst of others, other esco, he abused me. Ushers, you're misbehaving. He insult. I was just looking at his mouth. I was saying in my mind, palmy mouth. God, that's what life is. In your office, don't be envious of that lady because you are older. By virtue of her position, she's your boss. Humble yourself. It doesn't matter who is ahead of you. Humble yourself. Respect the office. You have a generation of arrogant Christians who are praying against their bosses and yet they are disloyal. You are wondering why your boss is not dead. What prayer have you not prayed? He's still alive. You have anointed the seat in absent. You pour oil on the seat. You will not sit down here. You will not sit down here. You will not sit down. If you come here, you will die. You will die. He sat down, not here. He became healthier. Your oil was vitamins to him. He was healthier because God knows you are breaking ranks. You are the one that will come late. They will rebuke you for coming late. You turn that discipline. You turn it to war. You are the one arrogant to authority. They discipline you. You turn it to war. Someone must be ahead of you. When God places people ahead of you, honor them.
Thank you for joining us in this video. I believe you've learned something. Thank you. Please do well to hit the subscribe button, like, share it to others for them to also learn as well. Thank you.